Now I'm taking huge strides.
So, it might be hard to score at 20 feet tall.
They're arguing, and he kind of pulls her to him. And
he establishes wrist control. That's how it starts. I'm sorry to cut you off, but
look, he's a professional. That's what he does. And
he was
hates
a
Dana
boxer.
White. I back Ariel every time.
He's always right.
I guess it does look bad.
So
Dana White said.
To add on to what you're saying,
I want you to do the whole thing. I brought the topic up, and
I'm sorry, but you
all yours.
You only half covered the Ariel thing. Like, so in the
nobody knows what even.
Go ahead. Maybe I'm not letting you finish your thought.
Really, I'm not going to do it. I don't want to talk about it anymore. I brought it up, and you did. You wanted to tell it, and I want you to tell it.
Okay, so in 2016, Dana White tore into Ariana. Help me with his name, Ariel. You won't even do that.
He's not even giving you that in.
You don't know the man's name, but you want to tell the story.
I don't know anyone's name. But so 2016, it might be hard to score at 20 feet tall. The basket.
No one can stop
me. Some people probably already seen the video of Dana White and his wife getting into a fight from New Year's Eve. So here's what happened, and here's what you see in the video. Anyway, you see like him kind of they're arguing, and he kind of pulls her to him. And
he establishes wrist control. That's how it starts. I'm sorry to cut you off, but Jackie and I watched this video and sort of debated who's wrong, who's more wrong for like a good 30 minutes, and like
nice
bonding.
The video is actually two videos linked together, so I'm guessing it was something of a prolonged argument. Like this part I'm inventing, but I think the guy's filming. He took a little magic from like his first film, and then he just jump cuts to the next part. So I'm guessing there's a gap, and then you see the thing the cow's playing out. In the first one, he was holding his wife's fingers like awkwardly, like he's got a grip on some but not all of her fingers, and he's controlling her hand that way, and her wrist is kind of bent. And my interpretation is that this isn't the first time she's hit him, that he's like wrist controlling, or in this case, finger controlling her and not letting her hit him. And he's agitated with her too, and sort of manhandling her. He's alphaing her a bit. Then it jump cuts, and she's leaning over like a half wall. And I think she may have like her face in her hand. She's obviously upset and distraught over something. He leans into her and says something that makes her more upset, and again, like gets wrist control. And with her other hand, she slaps Dana White. So Dana White immediately slaps her back twice, and that's the end of the footage.
You can't tell if he hits her twice.
I have like a really high confidence on this. You saying the second one might have missed?
I watched Ariel Helwani break this down.
Okay, I mean, I could be wrong.
Look, he's a professional. That's what he does. And
he was
hates
a
Dana
boxer.
White.
It was open hands.
We're the wrong guy. Okay.
Ariel Helwani, the MMA, like MMA.
When you said he was a professional, I was saying he was a professional fighter. Dana White.
Oh,
was a boxer.
No. You know who Ariel Helwani is? The Jewish guy with a shaved head, the large-nosed fellow.
That's racist, but yes, I do know him.
It's racist that he chose to have a large nose like that as a Jew.
True.
Like, I didn't.
True. Yeah, that is what he picked. Yeah.
No. I love Ariel. I back Ariel every time.
He's always right.
Every time somebody comes at him, they get fucking dealt with. All right, because he'll lay out evidence, timelines, and he'll start showing screenshots and video evidence. He'll be like, roll the tape of that motherfucker saying this. Show me the tweet of him saying that. And he's like, I thought this. I said he nails people to the wall. So Dana White and him hate each other. So of course he had like a whole 35-minute like thing here where he tore Dana White a new one, made him look awfully bad. I guess it does look bad.
So
Dana White said.
To add on to what you're saying,
I want you to do the whole thing. I brought the topic up, and
I'm sorry, but you
all yours.
You only half covered the Ariel thing. Like, so in the
nobody knows what even.
Go ahead. Maybe I'm not letting you finish your thought.
Really, I'm not going to do it. I don't want to talk about it anymore. I brought it up, and you did. You wanted to tell it, and I want you to tell it.
Okay, so in 2016, Dana White tore into Ariana. Help me with his name, Ariel. You won't even do that.
He's not even giving you that in.
You don't know the man's name, but you want to tell the story.
I don't know anyone's name. But so in 2016, he's like, what are your kids going to think of you? What are your kids going to think of you? And he came back at him with the same line. He's like, now, Dana, what do your kids think of you? You're hitting their mom. What do your kids think of you? How are you going to deal with that? And that was what I wanted to add on to your story.
He like held on to that for years then and waited to strike at the right time.
He did. I think
verbal gymnastics.
I'm not positive it was 2016, but I think it was. And yeah, so he held on to that for 7 years and then struck back. So